Yeah. Hello. Welcome to Standard Challenge. How to achieve your dream success. We are live on Facebook now. Live on Facebook. I'm so excited to be here, and I really thank God that we are here live on Facebook on Standard Challenge Facebook. Yeah, what a challenge we've had today. James and I have been doing a lot of troubleshooting to make sure we come live. And finally, we are here. Yeah, so finally, we are here. So we want to just say a few things before I welcome James on to take over. I want us to relax and know that this is a 5-day free challenge, a success challenge. And what is key is that you will not, after this program, you will not remain exactly where you are, before you joined, because you're going to enjoy a lot of success frameworks from this season successful people that we have put together to share their experiences and to share all their frameworks and all that has worked for them to become successful. Once again, you are welcome. I want you to relax. I want you to come with some things to write stuff, writing materials, and I want you to participate. Don't just be an onlooker. I want you to participate because it's going to change your life. The guest we have today is a seasoned coach. He is an author. He's a writer as well. And we have him to share his experiences, many years of experiences. And we also have him to share his framework that he has used and that has worked for him. I want to, without much delay, welcome James Wright. James, you are welcome to this program.
Thank you so much, Daniel. And I want to thank Daniel for organizing this event and allowing me to share my experience with you. I also want to take the time to say, on behalf of myself and the speakers that are to come, that we are so honored that you are joining us here today for this standout challenge, where we are going to offer you strategies that can literally change the way you think and thereby change your life. Now, I would like to start this first day of the challenge by opening it by telling you a short story. One day, the circus came to town, and there was a man who decided that he would attend. As this man was walking through the circus grounds, he particularly noticed that the elephants were only secured with a small, thin rope that was tied around one of the legs of each elephant. Knowing that the elephants were powerful enough and strong enough to break free from those ropes, he wondered why they did not escape. He was so intrigued by this that he decided to ask one of the trainers, "Why don't these elephants break free?" The trainer responded to him saying that from the time the elephants are born, all the way up through adulthood, we use the same size rope. And because when they are small, they are too weak to break free, they are conditioned to grow up as adults, believing that the rope can hold them. So even as adults, they think that the rope is strong enough and they will never try to break free or escape. Now, I wanted to share that story with you because, like these elephants, many of you have been conditioned from birth to have a mind that is set in limitations. Limitations on what you can achieve, limitations on what you should expect, limitations on who you are and what you can become. And like these elephants, even though you have the ability to escape your circumstances, you have been conditioned by society not to try. This standout challenge is about finding success, defining success, and being successful. So we are going to offer you strategies to help you break those binding ties. We are going to present to you tools so that you can escape your limited beliefs. Now, success, just what is it? That is a very good question. Why? Because for each person, success is individual, success is different, and success is unique. So you might conclude that there are as many definitions for success as there are people on the planet. However, the methods for achieving success, they are not individual. They are not different, nor are they unique. Success comes from following a set of universal laws. If you understand and you follow those laws, you will be successful. If you are ignorant or you are unaware of those laws, you will fail. So, just what are those laws? How do you find them? And how do you employ them? And that's what I'm going to speak about with you today. Before I do, I would like to just give you a short history on how I came to understand these laws. I was a young man and I was working at a major international company in the engineering field. I had a family, we had a home with a mortgage, and we had 3 or 4 nice vehicles parked in the driveway. So, for all intents and purposes, I was living what is called the American dream. But one day, while I was at work, this other young man named Craig started a conversation with me. Now, Craig and I were not friends, and I wouldn't even say that we were associates. We just happened to know one another by name because we worked in the same department. So we're having this conversation, and somewhere in the conversation, Craig asked me the strangest question. He asked me, James, are you happy? Without giving it much thought, I replied yes. Because in my mind, why wouldn't I be happy? Because as I stated, I'm working at a major company, good job. I have a family, a home. I'm riding around in nice vehicles, good income. So of course, I think I'm happy. For some reason, Craig wasn't satisfied with my answer. He asked me again, James, are you really happy? Again, I replied yes. At that point, he did the strangest thing. He pulled out this book and he handed the book to me. He said, I want you to take this book. I want you to read this book, and then I want you to answer that question. I thought the man was mad. I thought this is ridiculous, and I inasmuch as told him so. But he was persistent. He began to negotiate with me. The negotiation being that if I would read the first 3 chapters of the book and didn't want to read anymore, just give the book back to him and there would be no further conversation on the topic. To get him off my back, so to speak, I agreed. I took the book, and that evening, as promised, I sat down to read the first 3 chapters. I read the first 3 chapters of that book. Once I finished those first 3 chapters, I could not put that book down. I was amazed. I was astonished. My thought process was taking on a whole new direction. I was seeing things from a whole new perspective. What that book showed me in that short period of time was that this happiness that I thought I had was only a mirage. Like those elephants, from birth, I had been conditioned by my well-meaning parents, my educators, family and friends, and society as a whole, that I should act a certain way, that I should expect certain things, that I should live a certain way. I, without being conscious of it, allowed myself to become imprisoned to what society said I should be. Now, the good thing about the book is it provided tools and it provided strategies to help me break free from that imprisonment. And that is some of the things I want to share with you. The first thing I learned from this book is that you must have a crystal clear vision of who you are, what it is you are trying to achieve, and how you plan to go about achieving it. Your vision may well be the most important element in determining your success or your failure. The ironic thing about this is no one ever teaches us to utilize our vision, our imagination. They do just the opposite. From the time you are born, they start placing limits on your vision and your imagination by telling you certain things are not possible, that you should only expect life as it is. You should accept life as it is. That you're reaching for pie in the sky, that your imagination is running wild. These attitudes, these things that they teach you, stunt your imagination, stunt your visualization, which proves to be detrimental to your success. Everything that you see and experience in life is the result of being first visualized, part of your imagination, before it comes into reality. Take the simple act of eating a meal. Before you eat that meal, you have already visualized what it is you want to eat. You have visualized how it will be prepared. You have visualized how it will taste. You have even visualized how it will satisfy your belly. All of this takes place in your mind, in your imagination, in your visualization, before you ever go into the kitchen to prepare it, or you order it off of a menu, and it becomes a reality. Therefore, if you want to change the tide of your life, if you want to take your life in a different direction, you must first start by correcting your vision. In order to do that, what I suggest to you is this: you create yourself a vision board. Now, a vision board is nothing more than what it sounds like. It is a board that you will create with images, words, photographs, and phrases of the things that you desire in your life, the things that you would like to achieve. This vision board, once it is created, you should place it in a location where you can view it regularly throughout your day. If you place it in your home, place it in a room where you spend the most time, so that while you are in that room, you can study and view your vision board. Or you may want to place it in your workplace, in your office, or in your cubicle at work. This is an ideal location because you're there a lot of time, and it will give you the opportunity to study your vision board. Perhaps you're working on a job that you are not that enthusiastic about. You're only working there because it pays you a paycheck to pay your bills. This is a perfect place to place your vision board with pictures, words, images, photographs that describe the type of career you would like to have, that describe the type of work environment you would like to be in, that describe the type of salary you would like to make. Then, as you go through the day working on this mediocre job that you really don't like, what is happening, the images and the words from your vision board are being subconsciously internalized. And your subconscious being will then start to create ways. It will create strategies. It will create ideas for you to then find a way to move from this job that you really don't like into the career that you truly desire. Because that is the way a vision board works. What you see on it becomes internalized. And once you internalize it, your subconscious being will automatically find methods to help you achieve those goals. Now, when you create your vision board, you should only put on the board things that you truly desire, but also things that you are willing to put forth the effort to work for. Because your vision without action is only a pipe dream. I'm going to say that again. Your vision without action is only a pipe dream. So you must be willing to put forth some action. And I'm going to get to that in a moment. But I want you to understand the importance of this vision board. Do not negate it. It has been scientifically proven that those who use a vision board are much more likely to succeed than those who don't. Now, you may think that this idea of visualization is something new that just came about in recent years. Nothing could be farther from the truth. The importance of visualization has been around and known since the beginning of time. You have just not been aware of it. The most popular book and perhaps the most read book on the face of the planet, the Bible, speaks about the importance of visualization. It states, where there is no vision, the people perish. It was not speaking about a vision that you see with these physical eyes. It was speaking about a mental, an emotional, a spiritual, a psychological vision, a vision that comes from your being, a vision that comes from your soul, a vision that is the essence of who you are. It is the essence of who you will become. So, you want to change the tide of your life? You want to change the direction of your life? Start by changing your vision. Now, as far as the action is concerned, I'm going to speak about that, but there's something you need to do prior to starting your action. You need to make a list. On this list, you should list everything that you ever desired or you ever wanted. It doesn't matter how outrageous it may sound or outlandish it may be. If you desire it, put it on your list. No one needs to see this list but you. Therefore, you can be honest with yourself because no one is going to be there to critique your list or to tell you something is impossible on your list. Now, naturally, some of the things on your list are things that you will take from your vision board. They will be on the list. But there may be some other things that were not on your vision board that you add to the list. So therefore, your list may end up being 5 items long, 10 items, 30 items, 40 items, 50 items. It doesn't matter. Just put everything on the list that you truly desire. After you have created your list, the next step is to go down your list and prioritize your list in order of importance, with number 1 being the most important item. Then you're going to take the top 3 or 4 items. These are going to be your goals that you are going to make the commitment to work for, that you are going to put in the effort to work for, that you are going to dedicate the time to work for. Now, how are you going to work this into your day? Because no matter who you are, what you believe, your religion, your nationality, your gender, it doesn't matter. One thing I know for sure, we all have in common, and that is you only have 24 hours a day. And your day is already filled. It's filled with work, it's filled with your family, it's filled with spending time with friends. Perhaps you're going to the gym. Perhaps you're taking some classes. You got to do the laundry. You have to buy the groceries. Your day is already taken up. And that is one of the main reasons that your dreams and your goals have been put on the back burner, so to speak. And they have stayed there so long that they have become faded. They have become jaded. And you don't think about them, you don't look at them, and you definitely don't work on them. That has got to change, and we are going to change that now by giving you a method to work towards your dreams and your goals. You have these top 3 or 4 items off of your list. What you are going to have to do is make a commitment. And the commitment that you are going to make is to spend 15 20, or 30 minutes a day working on each of your goals. Once you determine the time that you're going to spend, you are going to spend that time consistently, day after day, week after week, month after month, working on your goals. So if you have 4 items, 4 goals that you're working on, and you spend 15 minutes, you need to find an hour in your day to work on those goals. If you're going to spend 30 minutes, you need to find 2 hours a day to work on those goals. But the key is to be consistent and do it every day. And also, you should know that it's more important that you are consistent and work on those goals in smaller amounts of time over a period of time than it is for you to try to work a goal in a huge chunk of time and then set that goal aside for 3 or 4 days or a week or a month, go back and work on it for a large chunk of time, set it on the shelf again. By doing that, you defeat your purpose. It is more advantageous when you are consistent, even though you are working in smaller amounts of time. Because what will happen is like a snowball rolling down the hill that gets larger. As you work on these goals consistently, day after day, week after week, month after month, in the beginning, you may not see a lot of progress, but eventually things will start taking on shape and form, and you will begin to find strategies. You will begin to see avenues and new opportunities that you didn't see before, because your creative being will come into play and will start guiding you in the direction that you need to take to achieve those goals. Now, some of your goals may be small, some may be medium, and some may be large. Your medium and your large goals may seem so impossible that you think they are out of reach. And therefore, you may say, well, since this goal is so out of reach, it seems like such an impossible dream, why should I put it on my list? Why should I even attempt to work on it? Because I don't see any way of achieving it. That is the wrong attitude to take. If this is something that you truly desire, that you truly want, leave it on your list. And if it happens to be one of your top 3 or 4 priorities, leave it as a priority. And I'm going to provide you with a method to turn an impossible dream into an achievable goal. And this is how you do it. For example, if you want to purchase a $500,000 house, depending on where you are right now, that may seem so impossible, so out of reach, that you think, why should I even try to do it? Well, there is a way to turn that impossible dream into a reality. And this is how you go about doing it. You break that dream down into milestones, into smaller increments, into smaller goals. In this particular example, what you might do is you might say, I'm in a small apartment right now. 1 year from today, I am going to purchase myself a $150,000 home. You work that particular goal. And in 1 year, when that goal is come into reality, you are able to obtain it. You move into that $150,000 house. You set a new milestone. And you might say, then 5 years from today, I'm going to move from this house and I'm going to move into a $300,000 home. So you work that plan, and 5 years later, you move from your $150,000 home into your $300,000 home. You have completed milestone number 2. Once you get there, you say, I'm going to stay here 5 years. And in 5 more years, I'm going to then sell this house and I'm going to move into my dream home, my $500,000 house, my $500,000 home. So you work that plan, and in 5 years, you move from the $300,000 home to the $500,000 house. So what seemed like an impossible dream when you were in this small apartment has become a reality because you took that impossible dream, you broke it down into milestones, into increments, into smaller goals that you were able to achieve. And you did that until it led you up into your final goal. Now, it may have taken you 10 or 15 years to get there. But if it is something that you truly desire and something that you truly want, then it is worth the effort. So you can take this principle and you can apply it to any goal that you may feel is out of reach. So now you have your vision board, you have your action plan. The action plan is the 3 or 4 items that you're going to be working on. There's one other tool that I would like to share with you. But before I do, let me ask you this. What do you think of when I say finger licking good? If you're like most people, you probably think of Kentucky Fried Chicken. What if I say the happiest place on earth? Most people in the world would say they think of Disneyland. What comes to mind if I say, but you can't eat just one? No matter who you are and where you are on the planet, more than likely you think of Lay's potato chips. Why am I sharing this with you? Because I want you to understand that words have power. And advertisers have understood this so well that they are willing to spend millions, perhaps billions of dollars to feed you a slogan, to feed you a mantra, to feed you a motto until it becomes so embedded in your subconscious being that you think you want that product. You think you need that product. You go out and purchase that product. I am always looking for ways to help you on your journey and to help make your journey powerful by giving you better tools. And when I sat back and I looked at this and I realized this, I came to this conclusion. I said, if these companies can come up with a slogan, a motto, a mantra that causes you to act or react in a certain way, why can't you come up with your own slogan, your own mantra, your own motto that will cause you to act or react in such a way that will help you achieve your dreams, reach your goals? So I recommend to you that you come up with your own slogan. And I'm going to share mine with you to give you an idea of how this works. Each day when I arise, and then throughout my day, this is what I repeat to myself. This is the best day of my life thus far. I am closer to living my dreams than I have ever been. Now, what that does for me is this. It tells me the first part of my slogan, this is the best day of my life thus far, that my life is better today than it was last month, than it was last week, than it was even yesterday. The thus far tells me that I can expect it to be better tomorrow. I can expect it to be better next week. I can even expect it to be better next month. Therefore, I have a reason to rejoice. I have a reason to be happy. I have a reason to think positive. I have a reason to be grateful. The second part of my mantra or my slogan says, I am closer to living my dream than I have ever been. What that tells me is I'm closer to my goal, to my dream, to my reality than I was last month, than I was last week, than even I was yesterday. And I expect that I will be closer tomorrow, closer next week, and closer next month. Therefore, since I'm closer today than I have ever been, why would I give up? Why would I quit? This is my encouragement to keep going forward. What I want you to do is sit down with yourself, get to know yourself, decide what it is you truly want, decide what it is you truly desire. And then I want you to come up with your slogan, your motto, words that will stimulate you, words that will drive you towards the achievement of your goal. Because on this journey, you are going to need stimulation. You are going to need motivation. And the only motivation that you're ever going to truly need is the ability to motivate yourself. If you have that ability, you have a key essential ingredient that will lead you to your success. Now, I hope that what I've shared with you, the vision board, the action plan for your 3 or 4 goals, and the creation of a mantra, I hope these tools you will find useful and beneficial, and that they will empower you and lead you towards where you want to be. There are also other tools that are available. And in my book, Rethinking Failure, I cover the strategies here that I've spoken about, but I also provide you with other tools that you can add to your arsenal that will empower you and help you on your journey. You can also visit me on my website, which is www.cerebramatics.com. That's CEREBRAMATICS.com. There you will find downloadable free tools that you can use to empower you and to help you along the way. Again, I want to thank Daniel for organizing this event. But most of all, I want to thank you for choosing to participate. because without you, there would be no event. I also want to
Yeah,
encourage
thank
you.
you, Jay.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah, thank
Daniel.
you, James. This is powerful frameworks that you have shared. Creating a success, a vision board, then putting an action plan in place, then have some affirmations, create your own slogan, create your own mind that will inspire you because the way the world is going now, everyone needs self inspiration. You need
Yes,
to selfly motivate yourself. And that's what you've shared with us today. So powerful. Um, and that is exactly what is in your book, Rethinking Failure. You are a master of it. You you have been successful in what you do, and today you are sharing those frameworks with us so that we can also succeed in all that we do. I want to say this. I want to ask whether you have more words for them, more successful tools for them. If not, we want to appreciate you. Do you have one more thing to share with them? And I want to also ask you to give a little insight about your rethinking failure. Because today, success is something that looks so strange. How do I mean? People succeed in one aspect of their life and they don't succeed in other aspects of their life. People make money, but they don't succeed in their career. People could succeed in their career, but they're not succeeding in their families. So success is in people have pockets of successes. Some in career, but not in family. Some in family, not making money. Some
yes,
making money. So um, what can you say about that?
yes, Daniel. Well, goes back to making the list that I spoke about, everything you desire and want,
Yeah,
because you need balance. And
that's correct.
what, again, I couldn't cover everything here,
That's
but
correct.
what I have my clients do, I tell them you have to have balance in your financial and career, your
Hmm,
social and cultural, your
that's
mental
correct.
and your educational, your
Hmm,
spiritual and ethical, and your
hmm,
financial and career. You have to
hmm,
put those and balance those all together. Now, when you
hmm.
create this list and then you come up with these priorities, that helps you balance because you can choose your family as a priority,
That's
and
correct.
that can be one of your goals. Then your
Hmm,
next goal is you choose your career as a priority. That's another goal. So you can, once you decide what avenues in life you need to cover, you can choose to prioritize a goal in each one of those areas.
hmm. Okay, that's correct. That's spot on. Um, Actually, what we are discussing here today is success, and we
Yes,
need to establish that success is a whole lot of pockets of successes everywhere. Choosing what you want to pursue per time, and I like the way you put it. You say action,
yes,
action, action. Action is the key word because when you have a vision and there is no action, there is no pursuit, the vision could not also be realized.
right.
And you brought to the fore very important word today, and I want to thank you for that. That is visualization.
Yes, thank you.
Visualization. And the way you define vision resonated with me, and I know it must have resonated with many people. I've been seeing comments, people on the chat room. People are just sending comments. Some say it's awesome. Some say what a blessing. And I know that the way you have presented this, it resonated with a lot of people. People are happy about it.
Well, that's what I live to do. That's my purpose, Daniel. And
Yeah.
I believe that all truly successful people that are happy with themselves. Once you find success, it's just natural that you want to share the strategies, the tools that got you there to help others get there.
That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. And that's what we are doing today. And we want to also ask our audience to work with these tools. In summary, um, James has shared with us tools and frameworks that have made him successful in his own career and made him successful all around success that he's enjoying. And it's good that we run with these tools and with these frameworks since we are thirsty for success. I know you are here on this platform because you want to succeed. You know, when we say it's a standard challenge, we are talking about how can you stand out in life? How can you become outstanding in what you do? That is what standard challenge means. We want to let you know that, yes, standing out is not cheap. You have to accept responsibility. You have to accept, you want to play to the principles. Just like James said, he said, yes, success could be unique, but all people could be unique, but all success frameworks are not unique. If you do what successful people, do, you are likely to succeed also, irrespective of the race, irrespective of color, irrespective of your calling. Success is not unique. Success is universal. Success principles, rather, is universal. And if you could just pick these frameworks that he has shared today with us on this standard challenge, how to achieve your dream success, and run with them, I'm confident that you will queue also for success.
Can I just say one last thing here, Daniel? I want to
Go ahead,
encourage,
James.
I want to encourage the participants to go through the
Okay.
rest of the week and listen to the other speakers because they will be providing you with additional tools, additional
That's correct.
strategies that you can use. And the
That's
more
correct.
tools, the more strategies you have in your arsenal, the stronger you become. And the
That's correct.
stronger you become, the more likely it is that you will achieve your dream success.
Hmm. Okay, that's spot on, James. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I want to thank you for your time. Once again, I want to thank you especially for your resilience when we were having difficulty with the app we use today.
Yeah, but we got it figured out, and that's what's important. We were really pushing it up to the wire there.
You refuse to give up, and I refuse to give up, and you see we have succeeded. That's
Right.
what success is all about: persistence and consistency. You mentioned that earlier on.
Exactly.
Consistency and persistence, and it's a good lesson for us today. You've tried some
Yeah.
stuff and it didn't work. Try it again. Try it again and again. Push it
Yes,
until it works.
exactly. Exactly.
Push it
Well,
until it works.
thank you so much for having me here, Daniel. I am really grateful.
Always, always. So thank you so much. Okay.
Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye, August to log in. Okay, so that's where we are. So I want to really tell our audience that this program will continue tomorrow um, at exactly 7 p.m. West African time. We're going to have other guests feature in this program as well. But it's very important that I look at the summary of what James has shared with us today. First of all, he said we should develop a vision board. Vision board. You must have a vision. No one moves faster than his vision. For example, if one is blind, the speed will be retarded. If one is blind, if you don't have a vision, if you can't see, you might need someone to hold your hand. And You can't move with speed, just like driving a car without a headlamp at night. Vision is it. You must develop a vision for your life. You must have a direction, because vision gives direction. You must have a direction. Where is your life heading? Do you have a goal that you have said that you're pursuing? If you don't have one, this is a time that you must make a time to look at your vision, to revisit your vision, to restructure your vision, create a vision board. And what it does is it reminds you every day. You put it in a conspicuous place at work or at home where you can see it all the time, that you need to do this stuff to move forward. Thereafter, you must also develop an action plan. James mentioned that as well. You develop an action plan. If you have a vision and you are not pursuing it, it's almost like you don't have one. I want to quote my own mentor as well, that said, James referred to the Bible and is very correct. My mentor, Bishop David Oyedepo, said, without vision, people perish. That's what the Bible said. But without also the people, the vision could also perish. Why do I quote that? You put your vision board where you will be enjoying warmth every day. It helps you to remind you that you have some stuff to do. You enjoy that fraternity. You enjoy that relationship of seeing it every day and knowing that you need to pursue it. And you connect with the right people that could also take you to your vision. It's one strategy. I believe some other people will mention it. That is key. You have a vision, you develop, you pursue, and in the process of pursuing, you must have like-minded people around you. You must have people to connect with. There is no one thing today that people have not achieved. You need to look at who has achieved what I want to achieve. You locate them and you begin to connect with them. Have people around you that could influence your life. Then thereafter, you begin to have what James called mantra, what James called slogan, what James called your own personal slogan. Some people call it affirmations. Some people call it affirmations. What that means is that there are some words that will inspire you every day. There are words that will, set you on a pace every day. You begin to, and you know what happens when you begin to speak those words to yourself? Like James said, words are powerful. Words are seed. As you begin to speak them, as you begin to sow them in your life, as you begin to speak those words to yourself, they begin to propel you towards your goal. They begin to reinvent you. You begin to motivate yourself. You begin to inspire yourself by those words. Say, yeah, today is the best day I've had since I was born. Tomorrow is going to be better. It stirs you up to know that you need to pursue to succeed, because success is key. No one could have monopoly of success. I like the way James put it. He said, irrespective of race, irrespective of color, irrespective of age, irrespective of knowledge, irrespective of education, if you do what the successful people do, you have enlisted to the school of success, and you begin to move to the trajectory of progress and success. Time has come for us to wake up and accept responsibility. He called it action. Yes, action. Action is it. You must do something that will take you 1 inch closer to your goal. As we begin to see the end of the year, 2020, the magic year, the year it looks as if coronavirus, COVID-19 pandemic, has caused a lot of havoc to many people. It's a time for you to re-strategize. It's a time for you to refocus. It's a time for you to begin to reinvent yourself and begin to pull yourself together towards 2021, a year that has been framed for you to succeed powerfully. But what you do today will determine how far you will succeed. Remember that eagles that want to soar first go into hibernation. Preparation is key. How are you putting yourself together to succeed now and in the future? Are you going to run with these frameworks? is key. I also want you to participate because there will be some exercises I'm going to post on this group page. And I want you to just do the exercises and post them on the group page. That is a gift for the best answers. It's not a test. We're not going to assess it, but we have criteria for choosing who is going to be the best. The first person that's going to post on his or her answers on this platform, and the one that makes most sense, and we are free to just learn from it. Why have we put this platform together? To sharpen ourselves. Iron sharpened iron. Let's succeed together. Let's learn together. Let's move forward together. Let's progress together. Knowledge is key, and knowledge is the vehicle. I want to see you tomorrow because there will be an interesting guest speaker tomorrow again who will be here talking about success. And the person that is going to speak tomorrow has also made a great mark in his own career, in his family, has also succeeded in making a lot of money. And we want to share on his own framework that will put us on the pedestrian of success. Thank you for your time. Thank you for staying till this time. And I want to believe that you will succeed. God willing. See you tomorrow. God bless you.